Bugatti Gert Truth Serum. Once again, I'm back giving my people the real, giving my people my view through my eyes, giving my people the truth though, the things that I researched. And this is a historic moment. The first, African American woman in the running for vice president in Canada. So we're gonna see what's going on. We're gonna sit back and listen, but the truth gotta come out about everything.
ABC News Special Report.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Terry Moran here at ABC News Washington Bureau, and we're coming into your programming because of a major political announcement. Joe Biden has made his pick. The former vice president and presumptive nominee of the Democratic Party has chosen Kamala Harris, California senator and a former rival for the Democratic Party nomination, to run with him against President Trump and Mike Pence. The two have a long history together, and Kamala Harris also has demonstrated that she can fight, in particular against Joe Biden. She is 55 years old. She was elected to the Senate in 2016 and now stands on the edge of a major move in her life and in the nation's life. She's a historic choice, the first Black American, the first American of Indian descent to be named to a major party ticket. And I'd like to go to Mary Bruce, who's our senior political reporter, been covering all this for us. Mary, you have covered her in the Senate. This is a major moment for the country and, of course, for Kamala Harris. What do you make of this?
Now, man, I gotta tip my hat to Mr. Joe Biden. What a major power move. In his mindset, he's saying, in order for me to win this election, I have to do it in a historic manner. I have to, my knockout punch got to be a historic one. And he put an old rabbit out the hat. Same card. And I ain't trying to rain on her picnic, but you can see that coming because he understood that the last election with Hillary Clinton, black people didn't get out and go vote for her. We didn't vote for Trump, but we also didn't get out and vote for Hillary. Because people were on to her. And he knows this. And he knows that, hey, they're not going to get out there like I need him to in order for me to win. So they give us somebody that, hey, we feel we could get out there and get behind because they look like us. And that's motivation for us to get out there and get behind her. And if we vote for her, that's voting on his ticket. They're on the same ticket. So it has everything to do with her as a female and everything to do with her skin color. It has everything to do with that. And you'll see them in this news clip trying to denounce that on the cool. And you just gotta pay attention. And the words they use gonna tell you that, hey, they trying to denounce it just in case they may come up in your mind. Because you can see this good as day. You can see this coming. And I gotta tilt my hat to him. You know what I'm saying? He went there. But hey, I ain't taking a beat. Nah, you're not that slick. Let's keep going.
Picked by Joe Biden.
It is, of course, an historic pick. As you mentioned, she is the first Black woman to be on the ticket, the first Indian American. Kamala Harris is no stranger, though, to making history. And we are getting a sense from Joe Biden himself as to why he chose her, saying in a statement, I need someone working alongside me who is smart, tough, and ready to lead. Biden says Kamala is that person. He goes on to say, I need someone who understands the pain that so many people in our nation are suffering. He says Kamala understands that. He says, I need someone who understands that we are in a battle for the soul of this nation. He says she gets that too. He also notes that he is choosing her because of her record of accomplishment, that she has fought tooth and nail for what is right. And he says, that is why I am choosing her. As you mentioned, they were former rivals not that long ago. Kamala Harris, of course, took Biden to task for his record in working with segregationist senators to oppose school busing policies in the 1970s. It was an attack at the time that Biden's wife, Dr. Jill Biden, described as a punch to the gut. Clearly, that is water under the bridge. It is obvious that Biden feels that she is the right choice. And we do know that Biden has said all along that he was looking for someone to be his Joe Biden, someone who he could have a relationship with like he had with former President Obama. In many ways, this was a decision that was always going to come down to temperament, to personal relationship, to a gut feeling on behalf of Joe Biden. He also notes in making this announcement that Kamala Harris had a relationship with Biden's son, Beau Biden, who he lost tragically to cancer several years ago. They worked together as state attorneys general, and it's something that has always been a part of their relationship, their history, something that Biden and Senator Harris have spoken of often. And the historic nature of this pick, I think, is something that really cannot be understated. Joe Biden was the first presidential presumptive nominee to say that he was only going to choose from women. And now in choosing a black woman, once again, sending such a powerful message about representation, about the role of black women in the Democratic Party and the future of black women in the Democratic Party as well. Terry.
All right, thank you very much. Kamala Harris is only the second black woman to serve in the...
No. Joe Biden. Well, talk to you, Joe. Talk to you, Joe. Joe Biden pushed the crime bill. 1994. You bill, crime bill, 1994. Right. That destroyed so many generations of black people. Joe? Yes, can we talk about that? Can we talk about that? The one you take credit for. That crime bill. The habitual offender bill. The same CIA that put it in the neighborhoods, the same ones that you passed the crime bill for them to come back and bring it back and arrest us for it. That crime bill that has half of African Americans behind bars. You want us to forget that, Joe? You want me to trust you now? Now you for prison reform. Now you for defunding the police. You for it's ever popular, right? It's ever cracking at that time. That's what you for. About following the trend. You ain't about doing what's right. You about following the trend. You on your trail, man. You don't get no pants from me. You don't get no pants from me. You don't go like that. You don't work like that. Get no pants from me for that, Joe. Then, knock the rain on Kamala Harris picnic, but he was a prosecutor in San Francisco. Head DA from 2004 to 2010. Right. California has the 3 strikes law. So, man, almost a decade you put people on under a law that was put there to oppress black people. How could you be 15% of the population, but you 35 and 40% of the prison population? Like I said, she got a shaky pass. Kamala Harris got a shaky pass. Joe Biden passed a definite shaky, right? And what he done representing a black woman and you put her up here and, he think we just supposed to just, all right, we voting with Joe because we see somebody that looks like us. No, that's the one he get us with all the time. He get us with that one all the time, people. That's the one that get us with all the time. Man. We got a Steve Focus, we got a Steve fight who we fighting for. We got a Steve Villaging. The energy gotta stay up, man. Everybody gotta keep doing what they doing. Pitching in, they pitching in, man. And see the movement, bro. It's the movement that's going on, bro. It's the movement. All day. The movement. You know what I'm saying? Don't let this defer you. Right? Some people say when Barack became president and they seen that black people calm down, they say if they would have knew that would have shut people up, they would have been elected a black president. If they knew that's what it took for black people to cut their motor off. You know what I'm saying? It's like we got comfortable. They say, wow, that's all it took. Keep doing what you're doing. You keep being positive, man. It keeps spreading the message, keep spreading the love. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe, man. This shit is just become Hollywood theater. It's all they have become a reality show. That's all this shit's become, man. It ain't even about right, it ain't even about wrong with this stuff. You know, you ain't got to be giving your power to everybody, man. Because 2 people can't represent 50 million people. It's just impossible. 2 people don't represent 50 million people. You know what I'm saying? But God and girl, true sir. If you don't like, you can't handle the truth.